Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome. I'm Rashmi Hadimani. I'm working as software engineer at a healthcare startup. I've been associated with Brahma Kumaris for several years now. On behalf of Brahma Kumaris Silicon Valley, I heartily welcome each one of you to today's special talk by Sister Shivani. I would like to start today's program with a brief introduction of Brahma Kumaris. We are individuals of all ages and backgrounds, and we practice and teach a form of meditation that relaxes the mind and nurtures a healthy balance of our inner and outer worlds. We study spiritual knowledge and regularly attend classes at more than 8,500 centers located over 110 countries. Through numerous social service activities and partnerships, we promote spiritual understanding, leadership with integrity, and elevated action towards creating a better world. And today, we have gathered to celebrate the most auspicious day, which marks the beginning of the time of transformation. We are very delighted that we have about 828 registrants from 39 countries joining us. We are immensely fortunate to have with us Sister Shivani, who is a world-renowned TV personality and a great motivational speaker, recipient of the highest civilian honor for women in India, the Nari Shakti Award by His Excellency Ramnath Kovind, the President of India. Millions of people around the world have benefited from her talks. A pragmatic approach to spirituality in daily life has brought more than 580 million views on her YouTube channel and about 3.8 million followers on her Facebook page. Today, she'll be sharing her insights on the topic, Only One Power Can Renew the Self and the World. Welcome, Sister Shivani.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Shanti. And I would also like to welcome Sister Kusum, the director of BK Silicon Valley Center. 27 years ago, Kusum Didi came from India and established the meditation center here in the Bay Area. Most of us associated with BK Silicon Valley Milpitas are IT professionals, and needless to say that we have a fast work life. However, Sister Kusum, with the sustenance, has ensured we stay anchored with the right balance of spirituality and meditation. We are indeed blessed to be part of the center. Now, I would like to invite Kusum Didi to say a few words.
Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, sweet Shivani Behan.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti. I want to welcome with my smile, with my heart, with my soul, and with these flowers.
Thank you so much, Didi.
Please
Shukriya.
accept.
Thank you, Didi. Shukriya.
Everybody loves you listening, so please share your pearls of wisdom. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti and good evening. Let's take a minute of silence. Relax your body. Take 3 deep breaths. Feel the energy of the body relaxing. Sit in a very comfortable position, no tightness in the body. And gently bring your attention to the energy center of the body, which is here. The center where we create our thoughts, feelings, intentions, decisions. That's the energy. Using the power of visualization, see the energy as a tiny point of light. Energy cannot be seen with these eyes, but it can be visualized. So see here a tiny spark of light, like a little star. Energy. I am this energy. My body is made of matter. Everything else is what I do. I use this body and come into action in the field of relationships, roles, responsibilities. See yourself very clearly. I, the energy, this is my costume, and this is everything that I do. This is my doing. I am the doer. This is my doing. I am the being. The being using this human body to come into the world of doing. Feel this difference. I am the being, the creator of every thought, feeling, intention, action, karma, personality trait, my sanskar. I am the creator. And through my creations, I come into the world of doing. My every thought, my every feeling, my every intention influences my world of doing. I am a powerful being, creating pure thoughts, choosing respectful, loveful words, actions and behavior, which are always for the benefit of all. I am a pure, powerful being. Om Shanti. Throughout the day, we come into action. We come into interaction with people. Often we meet new people and we introduce ourselves. Just reflect for a second. What do you normally share in your introduction? For most, it will begin with the name, because the name is our identity. It is the label by which people recognize us, address us. So our introduction begins with the name. It begins probably with our role, position. It begins with our educational background. Sometimes it can be in the context of relationships, that I am the child of so and so, or I am the spouse of so and so, or I am the parent of so and so. So sometimes our introduction can be in the context of our relationships. It can be in the context of our nationality. It can be in the context of our religion, our caste. This is our introduction, which means I am, the name, the gender of my body, the role and position I play, the relationships I have, and the possessions that I have. For many, many years, I have been introducing myself like this to people. And over a period of time, because I kept introducing myself like this to people, I started believing that this is who I am. I am an Indian. I am a Hindu, or I am a Muslim, or I am a Christian. I am a Gujarati. I am a Punjabi. I am a Maharashtrian. I am a woman. I am the daughter of so and so. I kept on introducing myself like this, and I started believing this is who I am. And because I believed this is who I am, then that is how I started looking at other people, that this is who they are. Their name, their role, the responsibility, the relationship, and what they possess, what they have acquired. This one misinformation has led to an identity crisis, because we started believing that we are everything that we possess, everything that we acquire, everything that we achieved. Everything that I have acquired is important. But is it I? Is that I the identity, or is it mine? So today, the most important gift you are going to give yourself is to recognize your own self. It's very important. Imagine living a life where I have forgotten who I am. Imagine not understanding who people are. Then chaos is natural. Chaos is natural in relationships. It's natural because I don't know who I am, I don't know who you are, but we are interacting. There will definitely be misunderstandings. There will be conflicts. There will be hurts. There will be regrets. There will be guilt. Because two people who don't know who they are trying to understand the other person. How does it work? How does this work? And then whenever there was a misunderstanding or a conflict, we used the word ego clash. We said their egos clashed. What is the meaning of this? Their egos clashed. So this is one word we use, our egos clashed. And there is another word we use. We said this person is my soulmate, or I have a very soul-to-soul connection with this person. Two different words. One is an ego clash and the other is a soul-to-soul connection. What is the difference? When do we call a relationship an ego clash, and when do we call it a soul-to-soul connection? Ego means attachment to a wrong image of myself. Attachment to a wrong image of myself. So when I think I am a gender, I am how my body looks, I am my educational background, I am my status, role, position, and then I think so is the other person, then I connect to the other person through my attachments of this wrong image that I have created, and this wrong image connects to the wrong image of the other person I have. This is ego of mine and ego of the other clashing. I don't know who I am, I don't know who they are, and here that goes, that's a clash. Now, what is a soul-to-soul connection then? When I know that I am using this body, I am playing the role of these relationships. This is my position. This is my role. This is my possession. This is my body. This is my nationality. This is my religion. This is everything is mine. It's mine. I have to remember this. It sounds very simple right now, but really throughout the day, check how often do I remember that this is mine, this is not I, this is not I. So if this is mine, then who am I? I am the energy who is using this body and coming into this field of action. So what is this energy? We are human beings, not human doings. So human, humus, mitti, body, being, energy. That energy in a spiritual vocabulary is called the soul. Soul, spirit, light, power, energy, consciousness. We've called it with many words. But you know what we say nowadays? Because we thought, this is who I am, then we started saying my soul, my spirit, my consciousness. So we went the other way around. It's like, I know this is the body and I'm wearing the dress. But if I go the other way around, I say, I am the dress and my dress is worn over the body. Completely gone the other way around. So we are energy. I am the soul wearing this body, playing the role. When the other way around, we said, this is who I am, this is who I am, and this is my soul. And this one very simple identity crisis led to a lot of chaos in our life. Now let's start living from today with a true identity. Everything is mine, and I'm here to use and take care of everything, but I am a pure, powerful, divine, peaceful, loveful soul. That's my original nature. Purity, peace, power, love, happiness, wisdom, bliss. This is my original nature. If I remember who I am, then I will remember this is my original nature, and then I will come into action through my original nature of purity, peace, love, bliss, wisdom. If I forget, then I start looking for these same experiences from the outside world. And so our vocabulary shifted to, I want love, I want peace, I want happiness. We're trying to buy happiness, we're trying to achieve happiness. That's how we went the other way around. So very important to remember, who am I? Now, once I know this is who I am, then I know who is the other person I'm interacting with. So I am connecting and I'm interacting with another very beautiful, pure, divine soul. I'm not a role interacting with another role. Look at yourself at work. It's often a role interacting with another role. At home, it's a relationship interacting with a relationship. It's not a soul interacting with another soul. So when I remember I am this pure, powerful, divine soul connecting to another very beautiful, pure, powerful soul, then there is no one senior, junior, elder, younger, lesser, more, nothing. Equal. And there is no I want from you. I already am. And I'm coming into this interaction to radiate who I am, not to ask, seek, or want from you love, peace, happiness. No, I already am. I'm coming into this relationship. I'm going to work to do what I'm doing. But while I am doing, I am radiating my original vibration of purity, love, happiness, wisdom, bliss. I am not going to work to earn and then be happy. I'm going to work happily, radiating happiness. I love working. And of course, I need to earn because that physically sustains me and my family. Physically. It physically sustains me and my family. It does not give happiness to me and my family. No, it gives physical comforts and everything that money can buy. I made a mistake. I thought that when I can buy all these things, I will also buy happiness with them. If that was true, then we have everything today that we wanted. We wouldn't be living a life where we are saying stress is normal, Anger is normal, fear is normal, jealousy is normal. No. All these things became normal only because of one reason. I forgot who I am. I forgot who I am. So the first thing that we're going to start practicing from today, very important. Why is it important? Because the time has come for an awakening. Mahashivratri. What is very special about Mahashivratri? It is the awakening, the Jagran, staying up the entire night. Why do people stay up the entire night on Mahashivratri? Because that night has the highest vibrational energy. And if I go to sleep at a time which is the highest vibrational energy, I'm going to lose out the benefit. The benefit, which is a spiritual benefit, the benefit which is also for the body because it's in the highest vibrational energy. I will lose out of that benefit if I go to sleep on the night of Mahashivratri, is what we've always been taught. What we've always been taught. And so most of us have grown up staying awake on the night of Mahashivratri, and during the day we were fasting. We were fasting. So one is Jagran, awakening. Second is fasting, upvas. Upvas. The word upvas, fasting, means in Hindi it is upvas. What is the meaning up? Upar, the one who stays above. And vas, to stay with him. To stay with that energy who stays above. Upvas. So actually it did not mean just fasting of food, but it actually meant staying in remembrance of the divine. That is upvas, staying in the remembrance of the divine. But in order to stay in the remembrance of the divine, I have to fast. Fast not necessarily just food, but fast from a lot of my weaknesses, my clutter that goes on in my mind, my overthinking habit that goes on. How many of us would have experienced that we sit to meditate, we sit to pray, we take out time to connect to the Supreme Power, we perform all the rituals, but even while doing it, there is something else that the mind is thinking. We sit to meditate, we said, okay, I'm going to connect to the divine. Within a few seconds, there is another thought. It's a thought about what happened yesterday. It's a thought about what I'm going to do. It's a thought about some person. Why is it that I can remember everyone? Think of any name right now, and you'll be able to be in their remembrance. You will be able to see them because you're able to visualize them. You will be able to recollect the experiences with them. You will even be able to have an inner conversation with them. And you can be in the remembrance of another human being for any number of minutes, even an hour if you want. How is it that we can remember human beings, stay connected in our mind to them? But when it comes to remembering the Supreme Being, staying connected to that divine being, my mind runs here and there. It clutters, it's there, doing something else. I'm trying to connect there, it gets connected to someone here. Why? There has to be a reason for it. Why? And that is why Mahashivratri teaches us that one, it is awakening. Awakening not for one night in the day, but awakening in life, awakening to our true identity, awakening to know who I am, awakening to know that everything that I was looking for outside is actually my nature. It's my nature. Awakening to know that I don't need to buy or achieve to experience happiness. I don't need to seek love from people. I don't need to have a role and position to feel powerful. That's my nature. And then I go into my work and my relationships and my role and position, radiating that vibration, not seeking it. This is an awakening. Awakening to knowing that stress, anger, irritation, jealousy, this is not normal. This is a disease. It is a spiritual disease. It is an emotional health issue. These are not normal emotions. So awakening to the reality that purity, peace, love, wisdom, bliss, knowledge. This is my true identity. This is normal. This is natural. It's very important to know the real definition of what is normal. If I get a definition of normal wrong, it will change the way I live my life. Nowadays, we don't even say I'm stressed. Say I'm very depressed today. I'm very depressed today. And somebody around me would say, it's okay. It's okay to be low sometimes. You'll be fine in some time. We're calling it normal. We're calling diabetes normal. We're calling cancer common. We're calling divorce okay. Then what are we doing? We're calling all the unhealthy things which are crumbling my state of mind, the health of my body, the harmony of my relationships, and the health of this planet. We're calling it normal. This year, the United Nations has created a theme, only one Earth. We have only one Earth. Are we going to take care of it? But when we think of taking care of the Earth, we only think of what we can do outside to protect the resources of the planet. Environmental health is not only outside, it is about the vibrations that I'm radiating to the planet throughout the day. Every thought that I create is influencing environmental health. If I am not contented, which means if I am not creating happiness, love, peace, and experiencing it in my every action and interaction, if I am not being that, I cannot be contented. And if I'm not contented, I always want more and more and more to be happy. And because I want more and more and more, I keep on exploiting the resources of the planet. There is no way that we will be able to preserve the resources of the planet unless we start creating happiness, contentment here, because we will continue looking for it outside. And outside of the resources of the planet, we will continue buying more and more and more, just so that I feel good. Just to feel good, we are doing a lot of things. We have enough clothes in the wardrobe, but we want to buy more to feel good. So if I keep buying more only to feel good, it's a never-ending journey. It's a never-ending journey. Every dress I buy, every new phone I buy, every car I buy, everything, it is all consuming the resources of the planet. And in spite of buying so much, we still haven't got that happiness. We in fact shifted from saying I am stressed to I am depressed. So somewhere my spiritual equation has gone wrong. It's gone wrong. So in order to take care of my emotional health, my mental health, my physical health, my relationships, and my planet, I need to come back to the spiritual health. I am that pure, powerful, divine, peaceful being. And once I'm right here and I'm back to who I originally am, the vibrations will change in terms of my feelings, so my mental health, in terms of the radiation that goes to my body, my vibrations, to every cell of my body. My body will start healing. It will reach people because my every thought is radiating to people. We work so hard. We work so hard on our relationships, and yet people don't seem to be happy. One word and it creates a misunderstanding in the most beautiful relationship. In spite of doing so much for our family, our children, they're still not contented. Expectations never ending. How is it that we are working so hard and not getting the result? Because anything that we pay attention to, anything that we put energy on, we always get result. How is it that we're not getting results here? Because we are working hard only on the doing. I am stressed and I'm trying to make my family happy. And I thought that was normal. That's normal to be that way. No, but I'm only radiating who I am. So then as a result, I have given the best of everything to my family, to my children, but they are also stressed. They are also experiencing anxiety. They are taking medication days before the exam. They are getting panic attacks. Is this the result of all my hard work of so many years? Only because I did not take care here. I did not take care here. So in order for the world to change, because we all want the world to change, in order for the world to change, the world cannot change only by doing something outside. Today we're doing so much for mental health, we're doing so much for physical health, we're doing so much for the planet, but it's only getting more and more complicated. Why? Because we're doing everything outside. Why? Because we believed when the world changes, then I will be happy. So the spiritual equation went wrong. Now, if you truly want to change the world, and change the world need not mean change the planet. If you truly want to change your world, then get the spiritual equation right. It is not going to happen from outside in. It's going to flow from inside out, because my thoughts create my world. The Hindi equation is very beautiful. Sankalp se srishti. Thoughts create my world, which is true. It creates my feelings. It influences the health of my body. It reaches people, creates my relationships, and it creates my professional health. It creates my financial health. It creates the environmental health. So everything is getting created from my thoughts. So my thoughts create my world. And I took the equation wrong. And I said the world creates my thoughts. And so every time I'm living my life, blaming the world for how I'm thinking and feeling. So let's get the equation right. Otherwise, we'll never get the result right. We'll never get the result right. We can go on and on working hard, but if my first equation is wrong, I never get the result right. So the equation is, the world does not create my thoughts create my world. My thoughts create my world. Now, I want a beautiful world. I want a healthy, united world. Now, when I want to create the beautiful world, who's going to change the world? We keep looking. Which segment of society is going to heal the world? We blame them. They are not doing enough for the world. No leader, no scientist, no religious head can change the world. It is going to happen by the effort and attention of all of us. The time has come to create a paradigm shift on this planet. Because this planet, the world, has shifted from a state of perfection, from a state of order, to a state of disorder. Everything, when it begins new, it is a state of order, it's a state of perfection. Not taken care of, gradually over a period of time, it shifts to a state of disorder. Sometimes we call that chaos. And when something reaches a state of chaos, it loses its power to bring itself back into the state of order. If it is in the initial stage of disorder, we have the power to bring ourselves back into the state of order. But if it reaches a state of chaos, we lose our power to be able to bring it back into the state of order. This is what we learned, right? This is what we learned in school, no? This is what we learned. The laws of thermodynamics, the law of entropy. The system moves from a state of order to a state of disorder, chaos. And then what is needed? Then we need to inject a higher energy power. An external source is needed to get it back into order. We need an external source. It's the time now for that external source to intervene, so that this world goes back from the state of chaos to the state of order. So let's look at our 24-hour cycle. We begin the morning, very fresh, very vibrant, very energetic. It's the morning of the day. Then the afternoon, then the evening, and then the night. And then a state of pitch darkness. Pitch darkness. After pitch darkness, it is dawn. And after dawn, it is morning, a cycle. This is a cycle. It's going on every 24 hours. We're seeing this cycle. Then there is a bigger cycle, 365 days. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Again, spring, summer, autumn, winter. We've all seen these cycles. And there's a bigger cycle than this. That's also a cycle because time is cyclic. But that cycle we don't remember. Why do we not remember? Of course, once reminded, we will remember it all. But right now we don't remember because we have not seen that cycle in our this lifetime. Like the 24 hours, the 365 days, we've seen it many times in this lifetime. So we remember, we never forget it. But the bigger cycle, we have not seen it in this one lifetime. So we don't remember the bigger cycle. So Mahashivratri reminds us of that bigger cycle. Bigger cycle. What does it remind us? That this cycle, the bigger cycle, which is called the cycle of time, which is called the world cycle, this also has 4 parts. The first part, which is the morning of the planet, it's called the golden age. Lot of words, every religion has another word for it. It's called heaven, paradise, Jannat, Swarg, Satyug. Words. We all know that word. We all know that word. And even today, when we go to a place which is very calm, very peaceful, when we are in a family where relationships are beautiful, it's harmony there. When everything is perfect, even today, when we are somewhere where everything is perfect, we say it feels like heaven here. We say this is paradise. We say yahan to swarg laga hua hai. Why do we say that? Because we know, forgotten, but here the memory is recorded. We know that when there is perfection, when everything is beautiful, when everyone is in harmony, that is what was heaven. Heaven on this planet. So that is the morning and the afternoon, where I, the soul, am completely energized, which means I am living in this natural consciousness. I am a soul and I'm interacting with another soul. And I'm a pure divine soul, natural. I don't have to remind myself, natural consciousness. And when I'm in that natural consciousness, I'm radiating those beautiful vibrations to the body. My body is perfect and healthy. So in paradise, which means in the morning and the afternoon of this bigger world cycle, there is no disease. There is no disease. There is no disturbance in the mind. There is no conflict. There's not even a trace of it. Because there is a soul to soul connection between everyone. Because everyone knows they are a soul. And the soul is completely, it's like a battery, fully charged. Visualize that. Battery fully charged. And then we come into the cycle of taking a costume, living a beautiful life of about 150 years. At the end of 150 years, I, the soul, choose to leave that costume. There's no untimely death. There's no disease. I choose to leave one costume and take another one, just like we choose to take off a dress and wear another dress. It will be as natural as that. It'll be a celebration that I'm getting a new dress, a new costume. And so I take birth after birth after birth, coming into the field of actions, interactions, relationships, roles, responsibilities, morning, afternoon, beautiful, paradise, and then I enter into the evening of this world planet. So morning and afternoon is called Golden Age, Silver Age, Satyug, Treta Yug. 2 yugs, 2 parts. That is half of the cycle. Then we come into the third phase of the cycle, which is the Copper Age. Copper Age, in Hindi called Dwapar Yug. So Dwapar Yug means 2. And 2 means now it's different. Now I'm forgetting that I'm a soul, and now I've shifted to another consciousness that I am this body, because I've been using that body for a very long time, since the morning and the afternoon. It's like when you start wearing something for a very long time, you forget that you're wearing it. You get so attached to that object that you're wearing. Similarly, I, the soul, wearing a costume for the entire half cycle, I start thinking and believing that I am this body. And then I start looking at the other person also as their physical form. Physical form. It's the first time, it's the beginning where a physical form gets attracted to another physical form. That happens at the beginning of the evening of the world cycle, the Dwapar Yuga. Not like what it is today. Nothing close to what it is today. It is just the beginning, the very, very first thought of ego. Attachment to a wrong image of myself, the body. And then attachment to another wrong image of the other person, their body. So that is the time, the evening, the beginning of lust, ego, greed, anger, attachment are 5 main vices, weaknesses. And from those 5, offshoot of all are secondary weaknesses and vices. But it's these first 5 ones. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego. 5 fundamental, our main vices. This overpowers our purity, peace, power. So this is a system of order which is now very, very gently, very gradually. We won't even come to know that it's happening. It's so gentle. It started shifting to a state of disorder. Disorder, because when things here will start shifting, everything will start shifting. The health of the body. So the beginning of disease, the beginning of a relationship issue, nothing close to what it is today. The beginning of the environment not being in harmony with me. It's the beginning. That is the Copper Age, Dwapar Yuga. The disorder has just begun. Prophets come onto this planet from the soul world to remind us that God is one, God is light, we are all family, we are all soul brothers. They come to unite us. We like what they teach us. But somewhere, instead of just imbibing the teaching, we get connected only to the teacher. In the beginning, we may have benefited, but we get connected to the teacher. The teacher did not come to connect us to them. The teacher said, there, you have to get connected there. Get connected there. If we all got connected there, then we would have imbibed the teaching and we would have been one world family. One world family. But because we got connected to the teacher, we said, I am different, you are different, because my teacher is different. The teacher, the prophet, had not come to establish any religion. They had come to teach us the religion of the soul, the dharma of the soul. Purity, peace, power, love, wisdom. This is the religion of the soul. They came to teach us that. Every teacher taught us the same thing. And today, we are fighting in the name of religion. We're fighting in the name of religion. Did any teacher teach us that? They taught us one world family, unity. So the teachers came onto the planet from the soul world to connect us to the divine being, to connect us to each other united, and yet, the disorder only increased. Very gently, very gradually, but the disorder only increased. And from the evening of the planet, the Dwapar Yuga, the Copper Age, I, the soul, shifted to the Iron Age. The Iron Age, the night of the planet, the Kali Yuga. I, the soul, shifted there. War started, natural calamities, but yet we were managing our world. We were managing our world. But the disorder was only increasing. If we look at the world outside, oh, we've prosperous. But if you look here, we've only declined. We've only declined. We don't know how we were thousands of years back, but let's look at how we were just 30, 40 years back, because that's our lifetime, right? So we remember. In terms of technology and all the gifts that you have given to the world, we had none of those. We had none of those. But in terms of emotional health, mental health, physical health, we didn't have treatments. We didn't have treatments, but yet we all know that our parents, grandparents, physically, most of them, healthier than what we are today. Healthier than what we are today. Emotionally, of course, they didn't know the word depression, our grandparents. It was one of those rarest of things. So here, the disorder has only increased. And now, where are we now in this world cycle clock? Look at it like a clock now. Where are we now? 12 a.m. morning, 3. Go according to the clock. 3. Afternoon begins. 6. Evening begins. 9. The night begins. Where is the clock now? Where is the clock now? So morning, afternoon, evening, night, after that it's pitch dark. Ghor Kalyug. Ghor Kalyug. Where we are losing our power completely, and now we are dependent completely on science and technology for running the world. We are the creators of that technology, but finally we become dependent on that technology. When we become dependent on technology, science, gadgets, objects, then we have started losing our power. Now we are completely dependent. Even a simple thing like remembering people's phone numbers, birthdays, forgotten. My memory power is getting affected because technology is doing all that for me. So anything that is not used, we start losing it. We start losing it. So now the phase in this world clock cycle where we are right now, this is the time of pitch darkness. Pitch darkness. And for those of us who wake up, which means who create that awakening, that this is not I, this is mine, but I am a pure divine being and I am child of that supreme power. And I start connecting to that supreme power. For those of us who start doing this, for those of us who will start doing this today, the awakening, it is dawn. For those of us who are sleeping, it will be night. For those of us who will start waking up, it is going to be dawn. And when it's dawn, the morning is very near, and really very, very, very near. So today I request you, in your mind, create a picture of that world clock and consciously ask yourself, what do I believe? Where is the clock right now? Where is the clock right now? How much time is left for the morning to begin? How much time is left for this pitch darkness to get over? For that, we need to shift into the dawn. Like every night at home, the time which is around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. of a 24-hour cycle, someone at home may be waking up and they will say good morning, but somebody else may be going to sleep and they will say good night. The time is the same, 4 to 5 a.m. Time is the same, but for someone it is a waking up time and for someone it is the going to sleep. That is the time that is going on right now. So that is called Maha Shiv Ratri. Ratri, it is about the night. It is about the night. That when it is pitch dark, there will be one night where the vibration will be highest, because that is the night that we will invoke the highest energy into our life, the divine power. So when a system goes from order to disorder, an external source is needed to bring it back into order. An external source is needed. And that external source, which can bring our life and our world back into power, into order, back into paradise, is that divine external source. Again, we called by different names: God, Bhagwan, Ishwar, Allah, lot of names. That's only a name. But we know that we are remembering that divine, supreme power, that energy. So Mahashivratri is a reminder. It's not just about one night. It's a reminder of this era that is going on the planet where it is pitch dark. It is at this time that the divine, supreme power incarnates onto this planet, gives us the knowledge, the wisdom of who I am, teaches me how to remember Him and connect to Him. And when I start doing these two things, remembering who I am, coming into action throughout the day in that consciousness, studying what that divine being is teaching me every day, and connecting to that supreme power, which is called meditation. One is remembering God, the other is connecting to God. Connecting to God. Why the word connecting is very important. The soul, like a battery, morning paradise, battery full charged, energized. But by the time I have reached the pitch dark period of the world cycle, which means I'm reaching towards the end of the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga, this battery is here, like this, depleted. The battery does not have the power to charge itself. The battery does not have the power or the way to charge itself. It needs a powerhouse. It needs to be connected. From the Dwapar age, I, the battery, connected to other batteries. I connected to other batteries and kept strengthening myself. So whether it is teachers, whether it is prophets, whether it is saints, religious heads, our own parents, our own teachers, powerful compared to me. I connect to them, energize myself. But now we reached a stage where no battery is being able to energize me because all the batteries are going through this phase. So this is the time where I, the soul, I, the battery, has to connect to the powerhouse. Powerhouse. There is only one power now which can strengthen me. And when I strengthen, I change. I change from that stress, anxiety to purity, power, love, wisdom. I change. And when I change, what I radiate to the planet changes, the world changes. So the equation is when I change, my world changes. But how do I change? So for I to change, I have to connect to the divine power. I have to connect to the higher power. So Mahashivratri means it's a reminder, a festival. Every festival that we celebrate, every ritual that we do, it's actually a reminder of something that happened in our lives. So in this world cycle, during the pitch darkness, the divine power whom we lovingly called Shiva, Shiv Baba. Baba means because he's my father, but Shiva because point of light. Just like I, the being, am a point of light, God, energy. I am a soul, supreme soul. I am an embodiment of peace, purity, power. God is the ocean of purity, ocean of power, ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of bliss. So I, the being, am connecting to the ocean of power, the almighty authority, the powerhouse. And that point is called Shiv. Shiv Baba, Baba because my parent, my father. So Raj Yoga meditation means I, the soul, connect. I connect to the ocean of power and I absorb that power into myself here. I absorb that love. I don't seek love from people because I know they don't have it anymore to give it to me. If you know that the other battery is also depleted, what am I going to do connecting to a depleted battery? If I connect to a depleted battery, I will get even more depleted. So connect to the supreme power, energize yourself, and then come into the field of relationships to give to the other battery. That is how everything will change. Today I'm saying if I'm healthy, then I will be happy. No. When I'm powerful and happy, my body will start being healthy. So connect from there, fill yourself, and then radiate it. So come into the relationships to give power, not to take from people, because they don't have it anymore to give it to us. They don't have it. And if I expect something from a battery who's also depleted, I only deplete myself further, because I get hurt, I cry, I'm upset, I feel rejected. So I only get depleted further. And that's why people are moving away from relationships. So what's the purpose of being in a relationship? What's the purpose of being with people? I only get depleted further. So I'm very happy with my technology. I'm very happy with my pet. I don't want to be with people. So we started becoming like this, alone in my room. Because being with people was no more energizing. But when I connect to that divine power and energize myself, I will always be with people, not to seek, but to radiate and to energize them. That's how my world starts changing. So Mahashivratri reminds us of this time in the world cycle, this era, which means this yuga is called the confluence age, the Sangam Yuga. Very small period. Sangam, which means the connection between the soul and the Supreme Soul. And when I connect myself and fill myself and emerge my original qualities, I am shifting from being a seeker wanting to energize and being a giver. And when I reach a stage where I'm being a giver, that means I am full, and I'm full means the morning has begun. The paradise has begun. If today you take a decision to recognize that incarnation of the Divine Father, you take the decision to connect to the Supreme Being and energize yourself, just take a decision today. Experiment with it. Start doing it. What you learn, just start doing it in your life. Do it only for 3 months. Only 3 months, not more than that right now. Do it only for 3 months. And in 3 months, you will see that how a lot of things in your life, which were a little chaotic, have started shifting towards order. Because the first thing that will start getting ordered will be here, my thoughts. All that clutter, that chaos that goes on in my mind, it will start shifting towards order. My body will start feeling better because I will release, I will forgive, I will forget, I will be happy. My body will start feeling better. I will start radiating different energy. Conflicts will start getting dissolved in my relationships. You will see your life shifting from chaos to order. You will see it happen in 3 months. Actually, it won't take 3 months, it'll be lesser than that. But I need to give myself a little time to make my experiment work. So spirituality is science of the mind. Spirituality is an experiment. Do not believe it till you experience it. It's not, okay, this is it, please believe this. Do not believe it. Only experiment with it. But the experiment has to begin with, okay, suppose this is this. Now I begin. We cannot say, prove to me. Let me experience it and then I will experiment. We don't need to experiment if we've experienced it. We need to experiment to experience it. So it has to begin with a hypothesis. What if, yes, this is true? Now let me see what they are teaching me. Let me start learning the meditation. Let me start connecting. Let me see if my life starts coming into order. Give yourself 3 months for that. Give yourself 3 months for that. In less than 3 months, the shift, not a complete order, that will not happen in 3 months, but the shift from the chaos to order will begin. And you will experience it that yes, I am shifting in my vibration. And when I shift in my vibration, my world starts shifting. And when my world starts shifting, I'm radiating a vibration to the collective consciousness of this planet. The collective vibrational energy of the planet starts shifting. And when that starts happening, the whole world is not going to shift. So don't worry. Don't think, oh, does it mean every person on the planet is going to create this shift? No, we don't need every person on the planet to create a shift. We need a very small number. But when that very small number starts creating and reaches that shift, that is going to be the tipping point for the planet to shift. In a house of 4, all 4 don't need to change. One needs to change. But when one changes, it influences the other 3 and the energy of the house changes. In an organization, everyone doesn't need to change. Very small number needs to change. It influences the rest. Energy of the organization needs to change. So everyone on this planet does not need to change. Don't wait for that. And don't think that, oh, my change is not going to make any difference. Everybody else is not changing. It is going to be the power of one. The power of one. So a very small number is needed to create this change. But that small number reaching a higher vibrational energy will reach its tipping point and create a paradigm shift on the planet, and the world will change. The world will change. The Iron Age, the Kali Yuga will shift towards the Golden Age, the paradise. That's the world which everybody is waiting for. And so everybody is saying the world needs to change. We need a new world. We need a beautiful world. But if everyone is going to wait that we need, then who is going to create it? Who's going to create it? If everybody just wants it, who's going to create it? So ask yourself, are you ready to invest a little attention for the next 3 months? Because then you will not be on that side of the world which is waiting, sleeping and waiting, sleeping here and waiting that the world will change. You will be that person who would awaken, and your awakening will start influencing the awakening of a lot of people around you and on the planet. So it's like one person in the home needs to wake up early. If there's a family of 4, one person needs to wake up early. And when that one person wakes up early, their movement and everything that they're doing in the energy of the house gradually starts waking up everybody else. So even here, the awakening, everybody is not going to wake up at the same time. It's not going to happen. We don't wait. Power of one. I begin that journey. That is very important. So Mahashivratri that's why about the Ratri. It's about the pitch darkness where the Divine Father, the Supreme Father, Shiva, incarnates onto this planet. I, the soul, recognize the Divine Father, the Supreme Father, connect to the ocean of power, the ocean of purity, energize myself, emerge my qualities, and then upvas, which means staying in the remembrance of the Supreme, becomes very natural. So first is the awakening. But when there is an awakening, then upvas, the fasting, becomes natural, which means now I don't need to remember. Remembrance becomes normal. Remembrance becomes natural. What do we do on the day of Mahashivratri? We offer milk or water on that Shiv Jyotirling. What is that Shiv Jyotirling? It is a symbolic form of that light, of that supreme being. It's the symbolic form, because how would we worship light? How do I worship energy? So we made a symbolic form and we called it Shiv Jyoti Ling. Shiv, the point of light, Jyoti, light, Ling, symbol. So we knew what we were creating, and this is what we created at the beginning of the Copper Age. We created the Shiv Jyotirling because we had started remembering that one power when our system started shifting towards disorder. When we started shifting towards disorder, we started remembering that one power, because we knew it's only when that one power will come onto this world will our system go back to order. So we started from the beginning of the Copper Age, but that external source will only intervene when we've reached a stage of chaos. And that is now. That is now. So we offer milk or water on the Shiv Jyotirling. Why? It is a form of a promise, a pratigya. When we take a vow, a promise, a pratigya, we take water or milk in our hand and we offer it like this. So when God Shiva incarnates on this planet and we start connecting, we take a vow to lead a life of purity, where my every thought will be pure, My every word will be loveful and respectful. My every action will be beneficial. It's a life of purity. Purity. Clean, not a single stain. It's a commitment. This is a commitment to myself, to God, and to the purpose of my life, which is to create a beautiful world. And then what are the flowers that we offer on the Shiv Jyotirling? On all rituals, we always offer very beautiful, fragrant, colorful flowers. But on Mahashivratri, what do we offer on the Shiv Jyotirling? Poisonous flowers. Ak ke phool, dhatura ka phool, poisonous flowers. Why would we offer poisonous flowers on the symbol of God? Because when God Shiva incarnates on this planet, what we surrender is actually all our poison, our weaknesses, our negative habits, our wrongdoings. We surrender, which means we finish, we give it up. We give it up. And that is why on Mahashivratri, we offer poisonous flowers on the Shiv Jyotirling. It is all a remembrance of this time, this confluence age, this Sangam Yog. So let this Mahashivratri truly be an awakening, truly be an awakening, not just an awakening of one night, but awakening as my life, where throughout the day, never do I go to sleep into the consciousness of ego. Never I have an ego and ego clash with another person. That's sleeping, the sleep of ignorance, awakening to knowing who I am. But that will only happen when? Because I'm living in a world where everybody is sleeping, right? But I will remain awakened only when I connect to that divine being. And that is Raj Yoga meditation. So Raj Yoga meditation means becoming a master of myself, Raja, the ruler of myself, when I connect to the highest power. Raj Yoga, the highest power. Yoga means connection. So when I, the being, connect to the highest power, that is Raj Yoga. And by connecting to the highest power, I become a ruler, a Raja, a master over myself, So just make a personal commitment today. It's Mahashivratri, it's time of commitment, it's time of vows, it's time of pledge. Make a very simple commitment. You don't need to make a very big commitment that my every thought will be pure and that is a journey that will automatically happen, which means we will automatically start shifting towards order from this chaotic stage. We only need to make one simple commitment today. And that commitment is, first step, I will recognize this Father, my Father. I've always been trying to remember him. But when I sit to remember him, my mind wanders here and there. I know that he alone is the one who can get me back what I want. So I need to recognize and connect and experience. So for that, only one simple commitment today, that we will start learning the Raj Yoga meditation. One step at a time to shift towards the state of order. We will start learning the Raj Yoga meditation. And from this weekend, the Raj Yoga meditation course is scheduled for all of you. Just make only one commitment today. That 5th of March, the course is starting for all of us in Hindi and in English. We have the time here on the screen. Hindi is 4 p.m. and English is 6 p.m. Only 1 hour. Only 1 hour, 4 consecutive weekends. So how much does that mean? Only 4 weekends, 1 hour, 8 hours. That's all. Now, if I only commit this much, that's my only one simple commitment today, that I will just go through this Raj Yoga course to at least understand what is all this about. Really? Is the world really going through a paradigm shift? Of course, everybody is wanting it to go. And we also know that it cannot continue like this forever. It can't. It cannot. How much tougher, how much worse can it get now? So yes, seems logical, but still doesn't seem very easy to believe. But I will believe only when I experience. And I will experience only when I experiment. So we only have to commit to beginning the experiment. It should not happen. It should not happen that I got to know about it. I could have experimented, but I thought, okay, I'll do it another time. And I lost out on time. It's already late. It's already late, which means the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. We're very, very close. So this weekend, make that personal commitment. Start experimenting with creating a very beautiful relationship. It's not a technical connection. It's a very beautiful personal relationship with your Supreme Parent, where you will start experiencing the Supreme Parent's presence in your life always, the guiding force, the energizing force, always. It will start making you a giver in life. So experiment. And once you do this one first commitment, and that's why it is like this, one commitment, then the offering of the poisonous flowers, that means my toxins, my poisons of my mind will automatically start releasing. I don't have to do anything much for that. It will start happening. And then upvas, which means fasting, will be natural. I will always remain in the remembrance. And awakening will be my natural way of being. It will be my natural way of living. You will start living in this consciousness. I'm a pure being talking to another pure being. I need nothing from them. I only radiate to them who I am. It will start happening, and everything in your life will shift to order. And most important, you will become an instrument, not just bringing your life in order, but you're going to become an instrument of God to bringing the world in order. The world has to get back into the state of order. And as we are doing this and we reach that state of order, the world will change. Paradise will be here. Satyug will be here, which only means a discharged battery will get charged. Technically, very simple actually. Very simple. That my phone battery, which was showing the red signal because it was reaching its end, the red line, it's now fully charged because I connected it to the battery, to the powerhouse. That's as simple as that. And that's when paradise on this planet will begin. So let's take a minute of silence again. Relax your body. And now again visualize yourself. I, the pure being, tiny point of light, the little star in the center of the forehead, the master of this body. I am a divine being. Divinity is my personality. It's my original nature. Divinity is who I am. Bliss is who I am. I am love. Just above your head, visualize another tiny point of light, powerful, the ocean of love. The ocean of power. My Supreme Father. And visualize, create this visual. You'll be able to see it right now. Visualize, like the sun's rays fall onto my body. Visualize, rays from God falling onto me. We all feel the sun's rays falling onto our body. Same way, visualize the rays of power and love and peace flowing flowing from the powerhouse to me. I'm filled with God's power. If there's anything on your mind, anything you're holding of the past, any guilt, share it. Share it with your parent, the one who loves you unconditionally. God loves me unconditionally. God accepts me unconditionally. God looks at me in my original, true, pure form. Release any baggage. Surrender that to God today. Share it. Say it. And you will feel it leaving you. The ocean of love, healing my deepest emotional wounds, removing every scar that I had created. Accepting me just the way I am. I am protected by God's power and blessings. Visualize this. God's powers and blessings creating a divine circle of protection around me. Throughout the day today, everything that I do, everyone I meet, everyone I connect with, I'm moving around in this canopy, this divine circle of protection of God's power and blessings around me. I am safe. I am secure. I radiate God's power to every soul I connect with. There is a lot that's going on in the world right now. Create only one thought. God's powers radiating to me and from me to every soul on the planet who is in pain right now. We know what is happening. We know where we need to radiate this peace and power. Visualize this. God's power reaching me, and from me, it's radiating to every soul, every place, every country. I am an instrument of God. I am the angel of God. God uses me to create the beautiful world that the world is waiting for. Make this a practice of your life. Whenever you watch read or listen about what's happening all over the world. Don't entangle with the emotion of what is happening. Then you are only depleting yourself. Immediately connect, energize, and radiate to them. Then you are healing them. You are healing them. Vibrations travel. They are not bounded by time, space, borders. They reach whoever I think of. Think of them and radiate it to them. They will receive God's energy through you and protect themselves. We can heal ourselves. We can heal our body with God's powers through meditation. We can heal our relationships, and we can heal anyone on the planet, and we can heal the world just by radiating vibrations, receiving from God during our meditation. And this is everything that we will learn when we experiment with the Rajyog meditation course, which starts this weekend. Shukriya, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Shivani, for taking the time to share and empower us with the wisdom of the One, which continuously overflows from you. On this auspicious day, you reminded us of our own essence, the importance of time, and the need of our connection to the source. And we indeed are the angels the world is waiting for. Thank you again, Sister Shivani. Allow me to quickly go over the upcoming events so we all can take benefit. So, as Sister Shivani mentioned, we have upcoming Raj Yoga meditation course starting on March 5th. This is going to be for all 4 weekends, consecutive weekends. From March 5th, we have both in Hindi and English. And we have a virtual retreat, which is half a day retreat, holistic healing of relationships on March 5th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on March 12th, we have March 12th, and every Saturdays we have webinars at 12 p.m. So we have Victory Begins in the Mind, the webinar on March 19th, and March 26th, we have Simple Truth of Who You Already Are. And you can register for those webinars in the given link. And we have Holy Reflections, that is guided meditation, starting from March 13th. That is going to be for a week at 7:30 in the evening, 7:30 to 8 for half an hour. And every Sunday, we have self-development series. And for the month of March, we have Conserve and Increase Your Energy. It is going to be from 2 to 3 p.m. every Sunday. And we have nurturing values to kids from the age of 8 to 14. So it is actually living value classes for the kids every Sunday from 11 to 12 p.m. So our main center is located at 540 South Eagle Street, Milpitas, and has multiple satellite centers in various counties. And today we are having a glimpse of students from different cities across the Bay Area. Time to cruise.
दिव्य शक्ति का लाल लाल रंग दिव्य शक्ति का विश्व पर है छाया सर्वेश्वर शिव
City.
भूमंडल पर है आया लाल लाल रंग दिव्य शक्ति का विश्व पर है छाया सर्वेश्वर शिव परम पिता भूमंडल पर है आया
Cupertino. Mount Mew. Santa Clara.
ज्ञानेश्वर वो विश्वेश्वर वो कलियुगी रात्रि में आया, सर्व गुणों से हर मानव
Evergreen.
देव तुल्य बनाया। सोमनाथ वो अमरनाथ वो बबुलनाथ कहलाया, खुद
Fremont.
खुदा इस भूमंडल पर बहिष्ट लेकर आया। मात पिता बंधु सखा बन सब
Union City.
संबंध निभाया, आपस में सब एक है हम ये संदेश सुनाया।
San Jose.
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
Los Gatos.
ओम नमः शिवाय।
Livermore.
लाल लाल रंग दिव्य शक्ति का विश्व पर है छाया, सर्वेश्वर
Tracy.
शिव परम पिता भूमंडल पर है आया। ओम नमः शिवाय,
Colorado.
ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय,
Milpitas.
ओम नमः शिवाय।
This is from our center in Milpitas. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm certain you benefited from today's talk, and we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming events. Good night. Thank you. Om Shanti. Thank you, sister. Om Shanti.